everybody, it's Reverend Jenny. How are you doing today? Well, I hope I am doing well. I'm here to share a couple more ghost stories with you guys. Now, when I first started working at the Merchant House, I started getting headaches, and I couldn't understand why. I went to work one day, and halfway through working at the house, I got a headache. Normally, I don't get headaches. I rarely get them, and I don't take pills, so I suffer with the pain. By the time I got home, the headache went away, and I was talking to my friend Beth, who is a medium, and I told her, and she said, Mr. Treadwell is giving you a headache because you keep saying it's Gertrude's house. It is not Gertrude's home. It is his home. He bought the house back in 1835. And Gertrude was born there, she grew up there, and she died there. So by the time she died, it was her home. But technically, it belongs to Mr. Treadwell. He's upset with you. That's what she told me. I said, okay. Went back to work the following week. Of course, totally forgot what she told me. And the headache came back. Again, I suffered through it. I went home and I told her. She said, you need to tell Mr. Treadwell it's his home. And the headaches would go away. And I said, well, okay. Of course, as time progressed, I would go back to work. And I totally forget. I know I'm working on my hair here. Sorry. And the third time I went back to work, I got the headache again. I went back home. I told her, and I guess at this point she was annoyed with me and said, how many times do I need to tell you? You need to acknowledge Mr. Treadwell. It's his home. I said, okay. By the time I went back again, I remember this time, and I remember saying to him, thank you, Mr. Treadwell, for letting me work here. I love your home. I know the house belongs to you. Forgive me for saying that it's Gertrude's house. Okay, but I love your home. And guess what? No more headaches. Never got a headache ever again. And that was like over 10 years ago. So he was letting me know he was not happy with me. He was not trying to hurt me at all. Just letting me know it was his home. I mean, spirits can make you ill. That is reality. I've gone through this before with other spirits that have made me ill. Some intentionally, others not. He was one that wasn't intentionally trying to hurt me. Just letting me know it's his home. Well, Gertrude loved playing pranks on me. I guess she liked me. I guess because I would talk to her. I don't think many people spoke to Gertrude at the house. They were too busy working or they didn't believe. And like any other person, spirits get bored as well. I mean, what do they do? You know, been around over 100 years. What is there to do? Nothing really, but hang around. And I guess she liked my reactions. So she would play pranks on me. 3 times. She would lock me out of the house. I would go open the door, walk outside to put the flag out so the museum be open, and that door was slammed right behind me. I mean, you can say, well, the wind blew us shut. But 3 times, especially when there was no wind, and I would open up the door all the way. Now this is a door, must be like 11, maybe 10 feet high, heavy. The door were made in 1832. That's when the house was built. And the Gertrude's bought it in 1835. So 3 times she locked me out of the house. Of course, I have to ring the doorbell. And then for the 3rd time, the manager asked me, how can you keep locking yourself outside? And what could I say to her? I didn't know she believed in ghosts or not. I wasn't sure who did and who didn't. She would have never say anything about spirits or ghosts or Gertrude. So I just said the most logical thing. The wind blew us shut. She's like, okay. Now Gertrude, I think Gertrude loved my reactions. Didn't get angry with her. I knew it was her. Couldn't prove it. But she would do things like open up cabinet doors. Excuse me. Open up cabinet doors. I was walking by, one moment, the next moment I passed by again, and the cabinet door in the pantry room be wide open. And I'd be like, okay. So I would just close it. And I would just tell Clarice I found the cabinet door open. Now Clarice was the caretaker of the house. She'd been there over 35 years. She was an older Jamaican woman who was very tough, and I loved her so much. I miss her a great deal. And she was always yelling at me, because I was always looking for the ghosts to show up. And she did not like that. But I loved her. And anything that would happen to me, I would share it only with her, because she truly believed in the spirits of the house. So when I would find a cabinet door open, and I went to Clarice and said, by any chance, did you do this? She says, no. And she'd be like, we know who did it. I'm like, Not say anything. And, just close the cabinet door. But I realized, because I reacted so much, that the pranks got a little bigger. One day, we were both closing the museum. That was the rule of the museum. Clarice and I would open the museum, and Clarice and I would close down the museum. And like I said, Clarice was a tough lady, and you follow the rules to the T. You break a rule, you get in trouble. And she would close the bottom of the house, and I would close the top of the house. Now, at first, I didn't realize after she would follow me around. After I did my job, she would go and check to make sure I have followed all the rules of closing down the museum. Always. Every single time. And if she finds something like a shutter open, she would question me and ask me, did you open this shutter? And I would say, no, it was not me. So she wouldn't say anything. But she knew it was Gertrude opening up the shutters on me. Because Gertrude would see my reaction. One day, we were closing down the museum. Clarice and I always left together. And I had to go to the bathroom. So I told Clarice, you go ahead. I had to go to the bathroom, and now I'll leave. She said, okay. The thing is, Clarice already closed the basement. And I was too afraid to go down to the basement in the dark and use the bathroom. So I decided to go upstairs and use the employee bathroom on the 3rd floor. I mean, either way, I was walking in the dark, But I knew that there was employees on the third floor in the offices, so I felt much safer going upstairs than going down to the basement by myself in the dark. And I went upstairs, and what I did was I turned on a hallway light, ran upstairs, used the bathroom, and just ran back downstairs again. Now I'm going through the hallway on the first floor, going back to the tea room to get my coat and my scarf and my bag. I'm looking down the hallway, and what do I see? I jumped up because one door was wide open. The door next to the tea room. I kid you not, my knees started shaking. My hands were shaking. I was scared to death. And I knew I had to close that door. Because if Clarice, when she came back the next day and saw that door open, she's going to question me and blame me for it. So what I did, I was scared to death. So what I did, I sort of bent down. I don't know why I said I had to bend down a little bit. And I leaned forward saying, Gertrude, is that you? Did you open the door? Now, you know the rules. All the doors must be closed. So I'm going to close the door. Shaking in my pants. I was scared. My hands were shaking. And I leaned over and I grabbed the knob and I pulled it shut. And I ran into the tea room, which was right next door, grabbed my coat and my bag and my scarf, and I just ran down the hallway outside. I could not stay another second in the house. Once I was outside, I put my coat on because it was cold, and I stopped shaking. And I went home. And then when I went back the following week, I told Clarice what happened. She said, well, we know who that is. And if you stop calling them and looking for them, they will leave you alone. Stop looking for them, she would say to me. And I said, yes, okay, I will. I never listened to her. I wanted validation. Even though I was scared half to death, once I got the validation, I still want to experience it. It was fun in a way for me, even though it scared me half to death. But Gertrude knew. I think Gertrude loved my reaction. And one day I'm opening up the house by myself, and I go into the study. Now, between the study and Mr. Treadwell's bedroom is a door. So Mr. Treadwell can go from his bedroom into his study without going into the hallway. And I go into his bedroom and I try to open the door, and the door is locked. And I'm like, why would somebody lock this door? So maybe it's stuck. So I go all the way around from his bedroom into the hallway, into the study, and try the door from the other side. It would not budge. It would not open. I'm saying, somebody locked this door. Why would they do that? I don't know. But somebody locked the door. I could try and try for at least 5 minutes from both sides. The doorknob would not budge, would not turn, nothing. Saying the door's locked. So I go upstairs to the third floor to the manager's office and said, listen, I can't open the door between the study and the bedroom. Somebody must have locked it. And she's looking at me like, what? no. I said, yes, the door is locked. I cannot open it. I thought it was stuck, but it's not stuck. It's locked. Somebody locked this door. She follows me down. I go into the study and I show her. I try the knob. Nothing doesn't open. We go into the bedroom. I show her again from the other side. I try the knob. See? I told her, see? It doesn't open. Somebody locked it. And she's looking at me like, no way. Well, she goes up to the door, tries the knob, and guess what? Like this, the door opened. The look on my face. She walks away from me with this look of anger on her face. Because I was bothering her. She has a lot of work to do. She says, there is no way anybody could lock that door because we lost the key years ago. And she left the bedroom. And I was like, Gertrude. That's when I realized she loved my reactions. And this is why she kept playing pranks on me. Once I learned that, I stopped reacting. First of all, I knew she wasn't hurting me. She wasn't going to hurt me. So I stopped reacting. And of course, as time went by, she didn't play pranks on me anymore. And I missed that. So once in a while, she would play a prank on me. But as years went by, I got too busy in the museum. I had too much to do. And when something would happen, I would say, Gertrude, I don't have time for this right now. She opened the cabinet door. I just closed it and keep on walking. So I guess she had to find other people to play pranks on. But that was Gertrude. And that's my short stories for the day. I hope you enjoy them. If you want more, if you want to hear more, just like and subscribe. And we'll do a next one. Have a good day. Bye.